Hello guys, welcome back to our RP and AI tutorials. So today we are going to see the BP travel with Excel automation. So let me first tell you manually what we are going to do now. So go to the web. This is our BP travel website. Here our first step is we have to give the username and password, and after that we have to click on login. Then we have the five options: search, create quote, view booking, and logout. So today we are going to create a new quote. So click on create quote. After clicking, it will open a new window in which we have to fill all this information through the Excel file, and after filling the information we have to click on create quote. So it will give us one quote reference and total amount. So that value we have to again store it into our Excel. So let me show you our input file also. So this is our input file. Here is the first name, last name, email, number, postcode. All the information is available here. So let's move forward. So here our first step is open BP travel website, and we have to give the credentials. Then we have to click on the login part. So for this process, we will create a sequence called as login sequence. So for opening the browser, we have the open browser activity. Take open browser activity, and here we have to pass the URL. So copy paste the URL from the web. Now if you see the properties, here we have the browser type. So by default it will take a Internet Explorer, but we can change from here. We have the four options: Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, and Edge. So we will click on Chrome, and let's check is it opening or not. So yes, our open browser activity is working correctly for the Chrome. Now we have to give the username and password. So for that we have the activity type into. So take a type into activity, indicate to your element over here, and pass your credentials. So for this BP travel, our username is admin, and do same for the password. And our password is also admin. So after giving the username and password, we have to click on login. So for that we have the click activity, search for click, and take a mouse click and click on login button. Now let's run a process. So if you saw, our bot is working correctly for the login page. Then here we have to click on create code, and if you see here our URL is also changing. So let's go to the UI path. We will create a new sequence, that is go to create code. And here for identification of a browser, we will use the attach browser activity. So search for attach browser. So it will identify that particular element where the bot has to click. So now take a click on create code. Let's run the process. So yes, our create code is working fine. So now here we came to the create code.html. Now we have to take the inputs from our Excel file, and we have to fill the information. So let's move forward. Take a new sequence, that is create code, and hit on create. So now let's read a Excel file. So for opening the Excel file, we will take Excel application scope. Here we have to give the path of our Excel, and we will read the all Excel. So for reading the all Excel, we have the read activity. So here give a sheet name, that is sheet 1, and create a data table output. Now for identification of a browser, we will take a attach browser activity. So indicate on a screen So here we are going to create the multiple codes which are available in your Excel. So for that we will take a for each row, and in this for each row we will pass our read range output, that is read Excel. Now if you see on the web, here the from is a drop down list, the to is a drop down list, and the adults and children, these four are the drop down list. So for drop down list we will use the select item from UiPath. So search for the select item, you will get in UI automation element control. So drag and drop that select item and indicate to the from. And now if you see here, we are getting all the drop down list over here. So this is the interesting part of the select item. So here we are going to take the inputs from the Excel, which is nothing but flying from. So pass your read Excel row item, row dot item, and here you can pass either the index of the column or directly the name of the column. So we will copy paste this column name and paste over here and simply dot to string. So same we will do for a to. So take select item, indicate on a browser, and if you see here, we are getting all these drop down list. So same, pass the row dot item and column name inside the bracket and dot to string. After that, here we have to provide the date, that is the departing. So for text field, we have type into activity. So take a type into activity and indicate to the departing part, and here we will provide our date column, that is row dot item and column name dot to string. After that, if you see here, we have the two options, that is the one way. If I clicked on one way, the returning date is disabled for me, and if I uncheck this one, then it is giving me to give an date over here. So for that we will write a condition as per our Excel. So if you see in Excel here, there are some names which don't have the return date. So for that we will write a if else condition. So go to your UiPath, take if else, and here you have to provide the condition, that is the row dot item, and here we have to pass the column name, that is return date dot equals with null. If there is nothing in this return date, then it will click on the one way, or else it will directly write the return date. So if it is null, then we will take a click over here in then part and we will indicate on the one way, or else we will type a returning date over here, and here we will give our return date input dot to string. So after this if else condition, all the process is same. So now for this adult and children, we will take a drop down list. So go to your UiPath, take select item outside the if else, indicate on the adults, and here if you see, it is giving us all the drop down list. So pass our Excel input over here, row dot item, the column name over here, dot to string. After that we will take a children. So again take a select item, indicate to the children, pass here the input dot to string. Now if you see here, the name, postcode, telephone and email, these all are the text fields. So we will directly use the type into over here. But for the name, if you see our Excel, there are different columns. So we will concat these three columns, that is the title, first name and last name. So go to the UiPath, take a type into and indicate inside the browser, that is name, and here we have to pass the row dot item, the prefix column name, that is Mr. or Mrs. dot to string, plus we will do the concatenation. So after the prefix of the name we will give a space, and then we will take a first name row dot item, and then here the first name column name dot to string, and again we will give a space and then we will take a last name. So for that row dot item, the last name column name dot toString. So this is how we can do the concatenation of the columns, or we can say the concatenation of the values. So after that we will take postcode. So take a type into indicate on a screen over here, give the input row dot item dot the column name and toString. Same we will take for the number. So indicate on the number telephone, and here pass the input row dot item dot column name and convert it into toString. And last one, and then we will take for the email part row dot item then column name email dot toString. And our last step is we will click on the create code. So take a click and indicate to the browser. So now let's run the process. So if you see here, our bot is working correctly. So after clicking on create code, it is going to the view code page. So from view code, we have to take the code reference and we have to take the total and save it into our Excel. And after that, again, we have to click on the create code. So let's go to the UiPath. So here we have to take the get active window. So it will automatically take whichever the window is open. After that, for reading the code reference, we will take a get text over here and indicate a particular element. Create a variable for the get text, so whichever the value of that code reference will store over here. So we'll create one reference and we will write this code reference into our Excel file. So for that, take a Excel application scope, give a path over here, and inside the Excel application scope, take write cell. And here we have to provide the sheet name and from which cell we want to start. So we will start from M1, and for increment we will create a one counter variable over here. And we will make this variable type as an integer and initialize with 1 and pass that counter over here, counter value dot toString. And here we have to pass the code reference dot toString. Then same we will do for the total. So take a get text for the total, indicate on total, and create a variable for the total amount, and take a write cell for writing the total into Excel. And here we will pass our total variable and the column plus counter. So automatically it will increase the cell value while writing. Take a assign for increment of counter. So we will pass a counter over here, counter plus 1. And then again we have to click on create code. So take a click and indicate to the create code. Now we will take all this flow into main file. So go to your project, click on main XML, and here drag and drop your XML one by one. So our first XML is login part. So take over here, and after login part we will take the go to create code, and then we will take a create code. Now let's run the process. So if you see here, our login sequence is working properly. Then it clicked on the create quote. After that, it will fill all the information one by one in the create quote. If the returning date is not available in the Excel, then it will click on the one way, or else it will write the returning date. And after creating quote, it will store the quote reference and total into our Excel file. And again it clicked on the create quote. So likewise for same all the values it will work. So now the process get completed. So let's see the output file. So if you see here, it wrote all the quote references and total. Then after completion of process, the output file we will send to a particular mail ID. So take a new sequence, that is send mail, and for sending the mail we will use the SMTP. So drag and drop the SMTP mail message. Here we have to provide the port number 465 and the server, that is smtp.gmail.com, and here we have to give the sender's email ID and password, and into we have to write the receiver's mail ID, and we have to write the subject and body, that is BP travel file, and here simply please find the attachment, and we have to attach the Excel file. So for that click on attach file, and here create an argument for the path of the Excel file. So here we will give our Excel path, copy paste the path over here and click on OK. After that run the process. So our process get completed. Now let's go to the Gmail and verify the file came or not. So if you see here, we got our code1.xlsx file. So like this, we will send a mail through the SMTP mail message. So thank you so much guys.